the other two lookout monthlies, the one with Mech and the one with Red and Super.
Now, what's rough for CAUP is the weekend right before that also lost a den at this tournament thanks Joe Mack.
Oh.
So down the last 2 sets.
Yeah, which, by the way, shout outs to the Joe Mack Wilson Student Center, the GOAT of Georgia Melee right now.
We talk about Joe Mack a lot. That guy's in the ground, but his presence is always felt.
Gone but not forgotten.
Forgotten but not gone. the much worse option.
It's just the invisible man. So interestingly, we struck to Dreamland, and I know I have talked to CAUP about this before. I think this is a bad stage, straight up. I think this is a bad stage for Peach, especially in this matchup.
And why is that?
Because Fox does so much better disengaging and running away from Peach, and that top platform for Dreamland makes it so difficult to deal with a Fox that has decided to disengage and run on platforms.
It's always just about, I'll live longer, but...
It's just the fact that you can't chase Fox down. Like on FD, like Fox is faster, but he has nowhere else to detour, right? So you can eventually kind of corner him, right?
Yeah, the changes as far as Fox full hopping are only included in his drift.
Yes.
But when he can just approach the plat, play a bit quieter, you're found doing a lot of waiting and a lot of running.
Yeah, and it's like, think about it. Like you're Peach, right? You have you're trying to get to the top platform. What are your options, right? A single hop is not going to get there.
A double jump, like
double jump.
Shudder at that.
It's like I did a double jump to the top platform earlier today. It's still happening.
I'm still just shaking.
I did that at home. When I get back, maybe I'll make it up to the top platform.
Thinking about the top plat is putting me in a catatonic state. I'm scared thinking about going near the top plat.
Yeah, and I talk all this crap about top platform and how bad it is for Peach, but here is CAUP just absolutely, he's not running away with the match yet, but he's got a solid lead right now, especially in this kind of matchup. Peach is definitely in a great position with this full stock lead here.
Here's Den playing on the side plat, not the top, but the side, going back to the ground and getting hit by CAUP a bit.
Yeah. Ooh, almost cooked with that forward air up tilt. Oh, he dropped a Stitch face. That was crazy.
Unnecessary to the game plan right now.
Certainly didn't need it. But that's kind of annoying. Like, it almost feels like it's pure RNG. I feel like that there's a little bit more mechanics behind it, but dropping your turnip, like getting hit and like being forced to drop it, it feels so bad.
I'm from the Ryan Pete school of if you get the too obscure item, just throw it away. We don't need this right now. We need
me, absolutely. Like, especially if it's a bomb-bomb, I don't mess with the bomb-bomb, right? Because I might drop it without like
Saturn and Dot Eyes. Those are the dogs. The Stitch and the bomb, too X Factor for me. You have to be a real carnivore to use those. And Robert's about it.
Yeah, and about to close out this match, 3 stocks. That turtle came right back, right before it disappeared too.
Tough 3-stock here to start for CAUP.
That's another thing as well that I don't know how many people do that normally versus Peach, but I know as a Peach player, you do this a lot where you kind of have you have to keep mental track of how much distance your turnip has traveled, like overall, right? Because like even if you re-grab the turnip, like your turnip will eventually disappear, right?
Of course.
So like you re-grab it, and you like try to figure out, okay, like sometimes like you re-grab the turnip and you'll throw it and it'll just immediately disappear like as soon as it leaves your hands, right? Because you just like barely got it before it disappeared the last time. But that's certainly something that comes into play, just keeping track of like what kind of space turnip can threaten based off of how far it's allowed to travel.
You must check the integrity of your vegetables before you sell them.
Listen.
You can't just throw them at every customer and think it's chill.
The FDA is currently going to your location.
The FDA has been perusing my neighborhood. It's a little weird.
Like for real?
No.
Okay.
No.
I was about to say, I was like, maybe there's like a salmonella outbreak? I don't want to know about that. Nice little grab there. Ooh, I like that call out. Knew that, well, guessed that that Den was gonna go a little bit up with that angle and just full hop forward air. I love full hop forward air.
If you watch the CAUP VODs, even the ones from just today, you do see he's fishing for the full hop fair read often.
It's so good because it's such like a high return, right? Like it's not a lot of risk. Like it's not like you put yourself in a super disadvantageous position, but the reward is that you catch someone out of their double jump, and that usually is just straight up dead.
Only near the ledge though, you find that CAUP still goes for it center stage as well.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't even know why CAUP came over here.
Yeah, that's
I couldn't tell you.
That's tough. Whoop. Okay, made it back safely.
Perfect shield DI. No up smash. Oh my gosh, Den.
Yeah, that was crazy. Just that interaction. They both somehow lived through that, where I feel like both of them should have been died 3 times over.
It was the huge Den moment where he was right below Robert and did nothing for a second. Just stood still.
Yeah,
Top down smashed. He didn't punch with the up smash.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. It wasn't until the mountain disappeared that they finally took the stock, but took that first match pretty convincingly. CAUP here with a slight lead on the counter pick. Looking pretty good. Wow. That jab run nair was really, really good.
It was all right.
He had to get a lot of distance. Den had to get a lot of distance from that shuffle nair off the dash.
Some denstance.
Denstance.
What do you know about the Den tilt?
Den tilt?
You got any Den tilts?
You gotta have to tell me more about that.
That's the down. That's the Den tilt. I don't know what's every down tilt, a Den tilt.
True.
You actually hear the crowd getting amped up a bit. I heard that from behind the projector.
Yeah, that's got to be Street Fighter happening over there, right?
Maybe they're cheering for us. We don't know.
I mean, everyone's cheering. Everyone. Oh, okay. Cooking.
The wall stops everything.
Yeah, and this has been a really, really close match throughout the entire duration, and it's been 3.5 minutes almost.
Now this is it. You're at a Robert's so risky here. CAUP just gonna leave the crevice of the tree.
I would have done the same thing because you get a down smash right in that little pit of the tree, and you're taking that all the way to the bank.
I love how Peach's F smash goes through. Like 2 of the F smashes go through the tree, and they have an arc that hits you while you're on top.
And this amount of extra credit on this stock is probably going to be the difference maker. 80%. That's probably this edge guard is just going to do it. Yep.
2-0 CAUP.
Clean 2-0. That was really, really close right up until the very end. Maybe a little bit of shenanigans with the tree, but honestly, I mean, CAUP just played solidly throughout that match. Den starting to mount a little bit of a comeback. I see the vision. Hopefully we'll see a little bit more of that comeback in this next match.
I'm hoping Den doesn't stray away from Stadium. Okay.
It goes right back, yeah. Good. I mean, I think Yoshi's would have been acceptable as well. Juicy down smash. You know, I was talking about this with Ohan earlier. It was an embarrassingly long time that I didn't realize CAUP played White Peach. It's like the only time I ever watched CAUP play was when we were just playing together, right? And he just
and you were white?
Yeah, and I was white. I didn't realize that he was just deferring to me, right? I just thought he played the other color of Peach or whatever. And then I see another set with him. Oh, he's using the White Peach. That's cool. And then he did it in another set, and I was like, oh.
It's like I was the problem.
Exactly. I won't call it the prize. I got tenure. Little crouch cancel. That is the best case scenario, honestly, in this matchup, is Fox tries to shuffle nair and you just crouch cancel down smash. It's like the simplest win condition type of scenario for you.
Even when you down smash and you hold up, knowing it'll just launch you on any trade, and they land on you. Okay, CAUP in a bit of a tizzy, just slapping that C-stick.
Yeah, that was tough during the transformation, but was able to get out of it, and now getting a really good punish going.
You have to forward throw Fox, but you don't want to back throw him and let him bounce off the wall.
Get out of there! So scary. Oh, he went in!
There's so much dog in CAUP right now.
An unreal amount of canine.
Oh, Look at that immediate read. That jump there was so perfect.
It was so good because it was off the tech wall jump, right?
Yes.
That was really, really good. But Den able to even it up. Den was in a pretty convincing lead there for a little bit, and now it's right back to even.
Den will have to win 3 games in a row to avoid leaving today.
That's tough. And on to kind of, they're gonna go to Final D, right? If Den wins this, so
Sometimes if you take the first Final D, CAUP switches, but we'll have to see the first one.
yeah. And CAUP is going to shamelessly chain grab, not afraid to chain grab. Just barely getting knocked around, and oh wow, that was really, really good punish out of shield. Trying to make his way back on stage, but Den with this really, really precise edge guarding.
It must be just as precise for you to not go home.
Oh, I love that. I love the use of the double jump there to change up your aerial trajectory and get that forward air too. Because like honestly, not getting full cancel forward air is kind of good because if you get the regular land animation, you end up laying flat on the ground. You're like completely horizontal. It's tough to punish. This is tough. Another infinite incoming, but
this is tense.
yeah, and you can do an infinite on that lip too. There's a wall there technically, but CAUP able to get out of it. And unfortunately, the drill shine out smash is going to do it. And Den has been, you know, a little rough on that first game, was making that comeback in the second game, and now the third game was able to take a W. So we'll see if we can, if he can parlay this into another match win and maybe a set win.
Parlay into an FD win, 2 FD wins.
That's going to be tough. And I have confidence in CAUP, but we'll see what Den's got cooking up on FD.
You know, I've never seen Den cook. In the real sense, not the game sense.
It's like, what is bro doing in the kitchen? Like literally, like what does he do in the kitchen?
He works for the Papa. Not the Twitter personality, but the pizza guy.
True. Oh, these juggles are going to be tough, and was able to air dodge out. Really good. Really, really even right now. Trading back and forth.
You can hear the sound of CAUP expending his double jump in some of those interactions away from Den.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping Den will key up to it and start punishing it. He's one launch after you heard that sound. And
yeah, exactly.
Peach
is not immune from that, where like any character getting hit out of their double jump is so devastating, right? Peach is no exception. Even though Peach still has really good recovery outside of that, you do not want to be caught out of your double jump. And Den staying really, really oppressive on shield, not giving CAUP any opportunity to breathe. But we're about to get a punish here. A punish the other way. And here we go. The chain grab starts around 40%, and it's relatively guaranteed up until 100.
Sometimes you ended early around the early 90s.
Yeah, just to make it a little bit easier, less chance to mess up on the follow-up post chain grab.
Go for some of the finishes like the soft dash attack into jump nair.
Ooh, true.
Some people go for the shoulder hitbox of the up smash.
Try to get that weak bear into strong nair. Oh, baby. Playing some really patient neutral.
This is the I want top 8 neutral.
It sure is. CAUP is fighting really, really hard, but unfortunately got shined right out of that ledge hop fair. But 15%, 30%, saw a little lead here.
Smooth little dash back.
And oh, missed the chain grab there.
I like that knowing Den had escaped the chain grab, CAUP expected Den to jump and tried to go for that jump there.
Yeah.
Like tried to read what would Fox do as soon as he was free.
Yeah, and now this is really, really tough because now this is like a full stock lead, and Peach is definitely the kind of character that excels in wars of attrition, so CAUP could just trade from here on out and still be in a good place.
You keep hearing that double jump sound.
Yeah, he's using it as part of his positioning. It betrayed CAUP one time, getting caught on a double jump, but so far he hasn't been throwing away too many of them.
I don't think it's a CAUP set if you don't watch him betray himself one time.
Is that right?
I did. We were talking about earlier, like you see CAUP go under battlefield. You see CAUP mess with Randall too much. There's always just one act.
Yeah.
One act against the hubris.
Everybody gets one, right? Oh, a little too high on that, but able to make it back on stage safely. And turned it right around. That's going to do it.
It was very... CAUP takes it. CAUP in top 8. Okay,
that's huge.
But
that's hype.
I thought it was a bit risky for Den to try and CC that bear, knowing that even if he got it, he had one more fresh CAUP stock, and he took more damage. Like he was at 95 after the bear, then got nared right after off the stage.